What up, and welcome back to my channel. And today, well, you saw the thumbnail, we making tacos, okay? But I'm gonna make a chicken taco too. But this is mainly about the steak. This video is about the steak, okay? But I did end up making 2 chicken tacos with some leftover chicken. But you will see you'll see the process. You're gonna see how this run and how this goes, okay? So let's get into it, Now, I'm gonna start off by saying that the steak, this wasn't the steak that, you usually use for taco, like steak tacos, because, it's a certain type of, the carne asada is, it's a thinner steak. And obviously this is not thin steak. This is like I think this was like top sirloin or something. I just had some steak and I wanted to use it, and we wanted some steak tacos. So this is just goes to show that you can make steak tacos without it being the thin steak. I just cut it up as thin as I could. Okay, that was the thing. You see that knife? I love my knives. Okay, I love when people send me knives. I love when people send me stuff. Period. I just love it. I love gifts, I'm not a picky person, I don't, like I said, I've said before, like, I don't stop blessings, blessings come in many forms, and I love that. I love that for everybody, except your blessings, okay? So now I just put a little oil in the skillet, and we're gonna go ahead and basically get it browned, get the steak browned up. That's what we're gonna do here. We're just gonna, I ain't gonna put no seasoning on it yet. I'm just gonna let it kind of cook first, because I had a lot going on. Usually when I'm cooking, I'm doing more than one thing, and that's when it gets kind of complicated. So that's why it's easier for me to put the recipe up as soon as I do it, or I'm gonna forget. When I see what I'm doing, I get it. It comes back to me. So I added a little bit of W sauce, a little bit of TAPATÍO hot sauce. I love that hot sauce. Add a little bit of Tajin. I usually top my tacos with Tajin, but I just wanted it directly on the meat this time. Then now, this is gonna be a little spicy. I ain't gonna lie. I will have the seasonings at the bottom. I just add a little bit of seasoning, a little black pepper, and a little bit of paprika for color. Now, like I said, this is a little spicy because Tapatio is spicy because it is a hot sauce, so it's gonna be spicy. That's gonna be that, and the Tajin, I'll say, is optional. If you're not into that, you don't have to do that. You ain't gotta do nothing. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna show you what I did, and I gotta make it look good and show you what I just like to show you the process. Okay, that's what we doing. That's all we doing. Okay, but heat, a lot of people can't take heat, so that's optional. Everything is optional. So at this point, I'm just separating the meat. It's been cooking a little minute. I covered it so it could brown to this point, and I'm basically just gonna cook it until it's tender. Okay. And since I cut it into little pieces, it's not gonna take long. Like right here, it's done. It's already done. Like it didn't take long. I don't know, like 5 minutes. I just kept checking on it, since I cook a lot of chicken, I tend to like get it mixed up sometimes when I'm cooking red meat. Like it's not chicken. Like I'm not cooking chicken. This is not the same thing. Because you can cover it. You can cut and I did cover it. You know what I'm saying? Because covering meat does allow it to become tender and maintain the juiciness in the first place. But when it comes to steak, it's gonna cook a little faster. And the smaller you cut pieces of meat, they're gonna cook super fast. So that's why you have to watch them. So even with little pieces of chicken, you have to watch it. If it's diced up, it's gonna cook fast. Okay, and you see how small these pieces is. I wanted to make them as small as possible because of the shell size. Like I didn't want to have it be basically too much meat and I couldn't put no other condiments. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to have a nice balance. And this was being cooked when Babe got off work, because he get off at midnight. So this had to be, I didn't want him to have too much red meat getting off after midnight. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no big time. Like I like to make stuff look good for pictures, but at the end of the day, he wasn't finna eat all that red meat. He not finna eat all that red meat that late. And I just ate one taco just so I could try the meat. And the other one was a chicken. I had a chicken and a steak, and then he had 2 steaks and the chicken. But like I said, I didn't want him to have too much. So I still got leftover meat, so I'm gonna do something else with that. I don't know what yet, but when it comes to me, it just comes. Because, I'm good with thinking on the spot. And I usually get ideas out of nowhere. Like, I'll literally just be sitting down like, ooh, this sounds good together. Or I'll get inspiration just from watching videos. Like, that's why I like to support other people. Because they inspire me. Because even if I don't I'll probably like their recipe and I'll do it over. But of course, I'm gonna add everybody gonna add their take on the recipe, just like people do when they, do my recipes. You're gonna add your take on your spin and all that, and I love that, because that's what you're supposed to do. You ain't gotta do everything I did, because I'm not gonna do everything somebody did either. Like, even when I'm eyeballing stuff, like, I'm an experimenter, so I like to throw things that I got handy. You know what I'm saying? That mesh well, it sound good. I like to throw that in there too. I just like to experiment. That's what I do. I like to create, baby. That's what I do. I create masterpieces. Masterpieces. I can't even talk. But yeah, that's all we doing. Just cooking the steak. It's a nice process. I love cooking. It's very therapeutic. Like, this is my passion. I love this. Everything y'all see, I'm passionate about this. Okay? So now, I'm gonna brown my shells. Okay? So, I'm a hard shell taco girl, and he is more of a soft shell. So I'm just gonna brown the flour shells just a little bit. Like, I try not to overdo it, because he don't care about crunch as much as I do. Like, even when I'm eating with my, the flour shells, if I don't have the corn, I still like a little crunch on mine. Like, I damn near burn them. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm using the corn, because I want mine crunchy. I want a crunch. So I'm just gonna brown the shells on both sides until they brown to my liking at that point. Not too brown. You still got to be able to bend them. So while I was browning them, I was doing the bending trick, making sure I could still bend them, because I'm gonna put them in my taco holders. So, you see that? I'm bending them. I'm gonna do the same thing with the corn tortillas too. I'm gonna bend them so I can make sure that they're gonna be all right in the taco holder. That's the importance, because they always gonna be in the taco holder. I don't leave them flat like this when I put them on the plate when I'm making tacos. So when I make tacos, this is usually the process. It's a couple different ways, because when I say tacos, it could be my mini tacos, the pull apart tacos, the mini quesadilla tacos. Like, it could be anything. You see that? I needed them to fit in that holder. I got this cheese from Trader Joe's. It's just a regular Mexican blend cheese. I love it. It's the best thing close to, like, the best thing closest to, like, authentic as possible. And I love that. Because when I can't get no authentic cheese, I'll get the closest thing to it. I like authentic flavors. Because even if I'm doing it the American way, I still use things that are of just Mexican-esque, So this was the chicken. Now the chicken, I'll put at the bottom what that was seasoned with if you really want to know. I will put that at the bottom. But like I said, I just had a chicken and a steak, and then he had 2 steaks and chicken. And since these weren't big shells, I didn't want to overdo it with the meat. But just enough so you can know, you could taste that meat. And it was delicious, I loved it. I really did. I really, really did. So I just added that cheese. I'm just assembling the tacos at this point. Adding the cheese. Adding everything. Added some cheese. I added a few things. I just kind of at the spur of the moment I did too. I added a few things, but you're going to see. Added the cheese at the bottom, and I put cheese at the top of the meat. So at the bottom of the meat and the top of the meat. Added my lettuce, added my sour cream, and I found what also inspired these tacos was a lime crema that I found at Target. Because I noticed that a lot of Mexican dishes that I've noticed, they use a lot of crema in general. This right here. So I found this at Target and added this. And I just feel like how I feel about banana peppers and buffalo. Like buffalo chicken and banana pepper just go together. Lime and steak goes together when it comes to tacos. Okay? Because this lime crema, I like to say it right. It just meshed so well with steak. It just don't even matter what you make. Steak and lime go together. That's why I love lime on my steak tacos, because that lime and steak, it took me over 20 years of living to know this. Now the diced jalapenos, they only gonna go on his. You see that me pointing? Those only gonna go on his. I don't need that much heat, because I'm already gonna top these with the TAPATÍO. And I added banana. So all I did was add banana peppers on mine. Added banana peppers on both of ours. Banana peppers, lettuce, tomato, and then he got jalapeno peppers, and I topped them with TAPATÍO hot sauce. That's why I said I didn't need no banana peppers too. He like heat. Like, he like that booty hole hot stuff. No thank you. Okay? And this was it. fire. Let me know if you make them. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow my Instagram. You see, we done hit over 12K. 20K, we on the way. And we need to hit 10 up here. Like, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay?